Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Ranked Elite Least Cash Diamondback. It's your boy 3Li, and today we're going to be getting $657,000 score. There is going to be some that is cuttable, of course, and I will be letting you know, both in my words and in the description and comics section. Just overall, you guys should check all that out. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, use code YOBOY, that's YOBOY, in the BTD6 store if you enjoy my content and want me to do more of it. Without further ado, let's get started. Here we're going to want to place down a farm in the bottom left hand corner of this little area so that we can place down a boomerang to the right of it later. Up next, as far to the right as possible, in this area, we're going to be placing down a second banana farm. Next, after round 2, we're going to be placing down a boomerang just in the top left hand corner here. Up next, we're going to be putting down another banana farm as squeezed tightly to the right as possible, and by the way, I'm not microwaving the boomers during any of the rounds other than boss rounds. Now, after round 9, just as high up and far to the left as possible, we're placing another farm here. Really make sure that you're getting as high as possible, otherwise you cannot place a future farm and your entire run's cooked. Alright, up next, after round 11, we're going to place down another banana farm. Now, you see where I put it? This is the wrong placement, alright? You want to put it in line with that top banana farm, your top left one, put it in line with that. This spot just barely is able to fit in the last banana farm, so just scoot that banana farm placement I just put down a little bit to the left. Now, after round 13, yep, I'm right, we can struggle to place down this last banana farm, but if you listen to me and place yours a little bit more to the left, you won't have to struggle. Now, a couple seconds later in the middle of round 14, we can place down another boomerang, and you just want to put it as high and to the left as possible in this little square. The exact placement doesn't matter too much, just put it next to the first boomerang. While you don't need it for a little bit, on round 15, I place down my village, and just make sure it highlights all 5 of the farms, otherwise you're not getting all the discounts. Now, at the end of round 20, we should have bought the 002 village, and we can buy a 003 banana farm. Doesn't really matter which one you upgrade, however I'm starting with this one. Now for round 21, we're going to be placing down a 00 boomerang monkey in this little corner spot here. This is pretty important, and it is the best paragon spot for if you want to cut things later. However, if you do exactly what I do, you don't need the best paragon spot. Pretty much any of these 3 boomerangs can be upgraded and you'll be fine. Now at the start of round 22, you're going to want to, as quickly as possible, upgrade to valuable bananas. Really, you can do it a little bit slower if you need to, as this strategy overfarms. However, if you want to cut a farm, even 2 farms, you're definitely going to want to get as much money as possible early. In the middle of round 24, I get up my next marketplace. 25 valuable bananas. 27 marketplace, valuable bananas, and the 002 boomerang upgrade. Round 29 marketplace, and valuable bananas. Guys, I wonder what he's going to do next. Do you think he might upgrade to marketplace? What riveting content. Alright, and then he goes for valuable bananas. Interesting. Wait a minute. He's clicking on something other than a farm. What? Who even likes this guy? Alright, we're buying a glaive ricochet here to deal with these regrow balloons. Now, I'm sure you can cut a little bit of money because we are discounting later, so you can get a 020 cross path or whatever, but that's just what I do. After round 32, we finally get a discount village for our defense, which is nice. Now we can actually upgrade them. And of course, when a man says upgrade, what he really means is buy a new thing, Dartling 010 camo cross path, of course, so that it can take out these camo balloons. I guess you technically have to target the Dartling here, but I wouldn't call this micro. It's very easily. Aim for the balloons. That is your lesson of the day. By the way, I'll be keeping the Dartling locked in place up here for future rounds just to make it easier for y'all. Also, buy another marketplace and get the cross path. Up next, after round 35, we can place a village here, and the reason why I let you guys save up so much money is that you can test, yep, above we can place a farm and below we can place a farm. Wow, this is truly amazing placement. You're actually going to want to place this farm and upgrade it to a marketplace. Get the middle cross path. Also, round 36, it's I could make you guys use skill, or you could buy a 020 Dartling like I do, and it'll pretty much demolish these camos. Try to aim for the balloons and you'll be fine. And after around 36, we can place down another farm. Oh boy, I wonder which upgrade and crosspath he'll get. It's not like Ninja Kiwi decided to limit us to exactly one type of farm. Also, aim your dartling at least slightly well. After round 37, we can place down another farm. I believe this one and the next one are cuttable, but like, I wouldn't take my word for it. You guys can just place down both the farms like me and be some big wimp, I guess. Then, during round 38, I upgrade to a 030. You want to get all of the tier 3s before getting anything else, because that gives you that monkey knowledge discount thingamajigger. So yeah, then we're going to go for a Kylie Boomerang. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the big boss to come, and we're going to be getting the Alk buff for our 130 Dartling Gunner. By the way, you should get that upgrade. I'm not sure if I showed that on video, but like, you should probably do that. Target it about where I target it, and we're just going to be focusing on getting the Alchemist up to a 301, and now I'm going to put the footage on 2x speed. Alright, up next we're getting up Jungle Drums, and now I will be live commentating. We get Stronger Stimulus, and then we're going to be saving up for the Hydra Rocket Pods, and this should be a very chill, not too hard of a run. Pretty much you just want to aim for the boss and use the Rocket Storm ability on him, and upgrade your boomerangs to tier 4s. I'd recommend probably bottom crosspath for the middle crosspath guy, that faster throwing. Yeah, the turbocharge, you should probably get the bottom crosspath. I think it's cheaper, but it does more damage. I'm not too sure though. If you really want to copy me, do the top crosspath, whatever. I get up the Moab press here, and yeah, just kind of aim the dartling where I'm aiming it. You know, look, if wherever your boss is, where I'm aiming it, you should aim it. So I'm thinking about doing this thing next month, all right? And yeah, here I get up another farm, and then I contemplate getting up another one. But yeah, that's the last farm we end up getting. I really recommend you don't buy it. It's not worth it. It doesn't really do much for me. But yeah, I was thinking about doing this thing where all my creator code money and YouTube money next month, not yet, goes to the Technoblade, like, anti-cancer stuff, you know, the Anti-Sarcoma Foundation. Well, I guess it is called the Sarcoma Foundation, but they're really trying to stop the cancer, I hope. That'll be a little awkward. So I'll be doing that, and I guess it starts now as well, but it'll be like, I'll make an actual post about it next month. I think that'll just be cool, because I don't need money, but I do believe that dying people need money. Well, preventing their death deserves money. Dying people don't really need money, but like, you guys get the gist. I think donation is pretty cool, and you know, I started this YouTube channel. I didn't expect it to ever make any money, and it looks like next month I'll be on track to make like 50 to 100 bucks. So, you know, if you guys also want to support, use code YOBOY, at least for the rest of this month and all of June. June's after May, right? Yes. Okay. But yeah, I'll be doing that. I hope you enjoy it. You know, I'll definitely enjoy seeing that money be donated. It's not going to be that significant, probably $100 at the absolute most, but you know, everyone, I think doing your part is cool. So yeah, boss over, and so is that, like, plug, I guess. Is that a promotion? I don't know. Oh yeah, by the way, after the boss, I just point my dartling in the corner here to not steal pops, and we can see this very funny thing where turbocharge can only pop camos during its ability, and it can only pop leads during the AMD buff the Alchemist gives, which is like, I don't know, it's kind of funny. Anyways, we're here on round 60, and this boss is like pretty much just as easy as the last one. This one is also sped up to 220% speed, and pretty much all you have to do is put this Morglaives onto close targeting. It's going to be the best targeting for it. By the way, you should get up the tier 5 boomerang bottom path first, because it'll save you money to get that one up first, and then you want to go for the rest of them. So I'm not entirely sure when I got that. Was that like during tier 1? I doubt it. But yeah, pretty much we just put these guys on close, and you can target it with the Dartling Gunner if you want to. I choose not to for the first little bit, and then I decide, I should pop some leads with it. And so yeah, get up the middle path, tier 5. That's not middle path, that's a bottom path. Get up the, what? That's a top path. First try. Yeah, get up that guy to tier 5, and then get up the, what? Oh, the actual middle path to tier 5. God, I know this game well. It's 1 a.m., so like I'm just trying to get this video out fast for you guys. If you do struggle with this boss at all, right, if it's a big challenge, if there's some problem, what you can do is just restart from round 60, and you can buy yourself the mat upgrade first. We're going to be getting it at the end. I'm sure that there's some way you can like avoid getting the mat entirely for tier 2, but we have enough money that it doesn't matter. But yeah, if you're struggling, or maybe you farmed less, you might have to get up the mat upgrade before you get the last tier 5 boomerang. Don't sweat it, right? You just want to farm pops on boomerangs ideally, so you should try at least one run where you don't get the mat until the very end, alright? I hope that makes some sense, and wow, this boss is taking longer than I expected. I don't have another cool thing to say, like no more, still doing the same charity thing I was doing 2 minutes ago. I mean, there's not a lot of time between these bosses, so pretty much we're just saving up some money for the mat. I think finally, yeah, we start targeting the boss here to get some damage in, because I'm a little bit worried about damage, and then I realized, oh wait, I have a ton of money, so I can anti-stall some, and I'll be able to afford the mat faster. So at the end here, I anti-stall, which is pretty much just targeting the mat at the entrance. Right here I'm targeting the BFB to get it to die faster so that we can afford the mat faster. Yay! And then once we have the mat, I mean, you know what this guy does to bosses, right? We wait for that skull to pop, and then we use the ability, and it pops the next skull. Easy peasy. Just make sure you're targeting the mat away from the track for the rest of the in-between rounds. Alright, I'm going to be frank here. Yes, you can cut 2 of the farms, at least 1. Okay, you can cut 1 or 2 of the farms, but here is something that only skilled players can cut. Alright, this is something that I personally, like, I could cut it, but it would take multiple attempts, and that's a lot of work. I did 1 attempt, and it barely failed, and so I decided, you know what, if I can't do it, I'm not going to make you guys do it, so we're going to add in an overclock here, and that's just going to make this tier 3 extremely easy. This run is going to be sped up to 400% speed, but pretty much the gist of it is you overclock the mat, you use the mat ability, and you copy my targeting. Alright, my targeting isn't the best, but like, as you can see here, we're aiming for the tail pieces, trying to mostly avoid the head, and just use the ability with the overclock. I mean, it's pretty simple. You overclock first, and then you ability, and you should leave the boomers on close, except for that bottom path one, the Moab domination. You can leave it on first targeting or strong targeting. Either way is going to work. I sped it up to 400% speed because I ran out of things to talk about last time and the time before, but I actually had something to briefly mention. But yeah, I mean, here, just use the abilities. You should probably try to avoid using ability if you're like 1 HP away from a skull, like what I just did there. However, it really doesn't matter, as you can see, because I did that, and this is possible without the overclock, which means if you're failing with the overclock, you need some more practice. What can I say? No, I too am incredibly skill issued with the MAD, right? That's why I will be doing a normal mode, which will not be a top 50. This one might be top 50. It won't be. If you don't cut the farms, it's not going to be top 50. But if you cut the farms, 2 of them, and the overclock, this will be easily top 50. If you don't cut the overclock, who really knows? It depends on how popular this video gets. So I'm just letting you know, this will say top 50 in the title, but it might not for sure be top 50 by the end. Just a warning. Alright, it's round 99, and of course, during the in-between rounds, you should, again, target the mat away from the entrance so that it's not stealing pops. And yeah, pretty much what I'm doing here is I'm overclocking the Moab domination at the beginning, and later you should overclock the Glaive Lord. I do a little bit of a silly, and I start overclocking a banana farm at some point. You can overclock the mat early on. We're targeting it towards the front in order to anti-stall, and early on it's good to use the overclock plus Rocket Storm ability in order to take out 1 skull, because if you take out 1 skull, then it'll be able to release a bunch of balloons for more glaives to take down, which is pretty good. Also, like, overclocking the mat will anti-stall slightly harder, but that's not really that big of a benefit. You know, you're not actually going to be able to anti-stall too terribly hard either way. So yeah, I would strongly recommend overclocking the Glaive Lord, but depending on if you are able to get to degree 40 or not, you might have to try to move some things around. What I can tell you is you can easily beat the boss easily. So yeah, you can easily beat the boss if you get a degree 40. I'm pretty sure you can fully AFK it on like close targeting in the position I put it in. However, if you get below degree 40, you might have to do more micro, and you're going to need to put it in the better spot. I'll let you guys know what the better spot is, and I will link you in the description of this video. There's going to be a video of a person who beat Diamondback Elite, this same boss, with just a degree 24, and Geraldo. However, Geraldo, he's not going to help that much, obviously, against a tier 5 elite boss. So if you are getting a degree like, 25 or 26, you're going to have a bigger advantage, and it should be almost impossible to get below a degree 30. If you get below a degree 30 with this strategy, I'd love to see it, but yeah, you guys should be alright. I here am going to sell everything and get up the centermost into a Paragon. However, if you are below degree 40, it is highly recommended for you to instead sell everything and then get the Moab Domination, right, that placement into a Paragon, as that is the best Paragon spot. So yeah, here I upgrade the super fast firing guy. I know names. Oh, and here I get degree 39. If this happens, you can just back out, come back in, and then wait about one more round in order to get a degree 40. Again, I'm going to say that if you are stuck at degree 39, it is completely fine. However, I would just rather have a degree 40, so here, round 112, you have to target the MAD in order to kill these DDTs, and now we have to target it to anti-stall some, because the boss is getting pretty close to a point where even a degree 40 isn't going to be able to comfortably beat it. But yeah, we just sell everything, and sell everything more, keep selling, and finally get up the Paragon. Do not ever cash slider. If the boss is past that little corner bend right there, then degree 40 is going to really struggle a lot, even if you want to have it on close targeting here, and then switch it to first once the other side is out of range, and then you're going to put it back on close targeting. But yeah, even if, degree 39, right, if you're at the point of getting degree 39 and it's passing that bend, you can either place down like 1 or 2 022 boomerangs, or you can restart and try to get more pops. It's up to you. Alright, now it's tier 5 boss time. This is, again, the worst placement, so you guys could have gotten the better placement either way. Who really cares? We're going to start it off on last targeting so that it can hit all of these like mini area thingies. Pretty much you want to be always attacking the boss and not attacking the front of the head, so we have it on last targeting so it can go all across all of that stuff. And now we just put it onto close targeting here because, well, the last targeting wouldn't be as good. Yeah, just, we're pretty much always on close targeting for like most of this boss. Then I switch it to, I believe, first targeting, which might add like 2 damage, but we put it back on close anyways because, close is just really good. Last is occasionally better, but like, if you have degree 40, leave it on close the whole time and you'll win. I'm kind of just showing some things you can do for if you get below degree 40, but really if you get below degree 40, go into the description and watch the video of the person who got a degree 24 and still won, because that is like, way higher skill, and I think they even explain how they're doing it or why they're doing it. I don't know. I watched it. I was impressed. It was high skill. It's like the world record for the least tiers, which is different from least cash. However, it's just because 656,000 is really expensive for least cash. However, when the game is completely forcing you to use boomerangs, then it's a pretty normal score. What can I say? I hope this ends up helping you guys out a ton, helping you guys get top 50. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe. I'm doing my outro way too soon. There's another 20 seconds left. Do the liking and subscribing thing. Leave a comment if you think I'm annoying or funny, because it would be nice to know if I should stop making jokes or if they're good. Like, let me know anything you want changed about this video. Please tell me. I take offense by nothing. Now let's just get a screenshot of this top 1 placement, and I'm out of here.